Hey guys, today we're going to be taking an Underglow Strip Light Kit, usually meant for your ride, but we're going to be installing it under the kitchen cabinets in your house. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's first start off and see what's inside the Underglow kit. As you open it, you'll find your Magic LED controller. Just control it with the Magic LED app. I'll get into that in a moment. Got your rear lights, front strip lights. And make sure to give you a lot of 3M adhesive cable management and zip ties. Here's your side strips. Pulling out the wiring harness and all your cables. Okay, so we're gonna wire up your Magic controller just like you would with your regular Underglow kit under your car. And this is a regular Underglow kit for your car. We just won't be using the wiring harness, and I'll show you that later. Black goes to black, yellow goes to green, and your red goes to your red. And comes with this nice little flathead in the Magic controller box. On the back right here, loosen them up real quick and slide that wire in. Make sure you slide that wire in underneath that little metal piece that's right in there. Alright, here's what the Magic controller looks like wired up. Got all your colors going to the corresponding colors except your yellow, because that goes into the green input. Later we'll be installing the DC 5 to 24 volt power supply into this adapter right here, into this port. And I forgot to mention, just scan this QR code for the Magic LED app, or it's also on our Magic LED technical guides instructions on underglowlighting.com. Alright, now here we have the wiring harness. This is what you don't need if you're installing the Underglow kit in your house. This will just be on your car. You would take the positive and negative wires and connect them into your ground and positive into the Magic controller right here, just like you did the other wires with the included flathead. You've also got your dedicated on-off switch. This on-off switch is most important because you would have a dead battery in about 3 days if you accidentally left this on. It's great that you still have about 3 days. Most people will usually drive their car about once a day, so it should be good either way. And then the positive and negative wires connect straight to your car battery. And then we've also got a relay in there and an inline fuse for added protection. Okay, so now we've got our Underglow strip lights connected to our wires that is connected to our Magic controller. And we've plugged in our power supply, which isn't included right now. We're looking for a supplier right now, a manufacturer that has great products. We're testing out a few different kinds right now, and we'll get back to you when we have them up on underglowlighting.com. Our strip lights have genuine 3M adhesive on the back. They're 100% silicone infilled, clear silicone, real nice and flexible, IP68 waterproof. If you're putting it on your vehicle, we recommend you heat treat it with a heat gun so it cements this adhesive on the back here. But if you're putting it in your house, I wouldn't really recommend it just because of paint. The paint on your vehicle is completely fine taking this off like one of those command strips. We haven't tested it yet on house paint though. Some of the wood might chip off if you were to take a heat gun to it to really cement that adhesive on there. I just really wouldn't recommend it. You shouldn't have much of an issue unless you're accidentally kicking it with your feet. And I'll show you. It's really that simple, guys. Once you got these three things connected, all you got to do is put this up underneath where you want, and that's what I'll show you next. And then I recommend not keeping it connected while you install the strips, actually. Just put it up and then connect everything. Just make sure it works before you put it on it. Pay special close attention to the arrows. And when you're installing it underneath your cabinets, bed, anywhere, on your car, make sure your arrows all go the right way. And that's the way the color chase modes will go. And the strips won't work right if you have them alternating. If you put 2 or 3 different strips down and one of them's facing the opposite way, it may not work correctly. I don't recommend that. As far as waterproofing goes, this entire kit is waterproof all the way up into the Magic controller. So if you are, I've talked to somebody that recently kicked around the idea of putting these strips underneath their gutter. And the only thing they would have to do with that is maybe put a weatherproof box outside that might be also for your outlet. And I would make sure it's a big enough box to put this Magic controller in there. And then I would probably lead out the wire somewhere around here. And it's completely IP68 waterproof from there. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I installed the Underglow. Get down under here. It's real simple to see. I drilled a hole up here in my cabinet. It leads all the way to the back and out to an outlet out there. You can see I don't have it perfectly straight, and you don't need to, because it's bright enough that the color fills in for you. You can see a good way to go about if you have too long of a strip or too short of a strip is just to start the second or third strip, not overlapped on top of each other, but overlapped side by side of each other. And you cannot see that whatsoever. Don't notice it at all. Going down to the end, whether you have a rear strip at the end or not, because in our Underglow Strip Light Kit, it's you got your front strips, you got your side strips, and you got your rear strips, and the rear strips are capped at the end. I mean, it might be best for you to use that, but it's not necessary. Right here at the end, we just have the wire. I put a little cable management up here, just so it hides the wire from people's view. I don't have the trim on my wall yet. Still renovating a little bit. But you don't see it. It's perfect. You don't have any problems. Looks great. Okay, so as far as going from different appliances to different appliances, right here in this under this mini fridge, that's where I have my power supply right there. And then I have a Y connector right along the side of the mini fridge. And I've got a rear strip going underneath the bottom of the mini fridge. And then on the other side of that Y connector goes into the hole where I drilled that goes into underneath the kitchen cabinets. So then basically right here in the middle is you'll have a color flow this way and you'll have a color flow this way. You don't have to wire it like that. You can keep it all in the same line if you like and not use the Y connector. So then your Underglow Strip Light Kit, the front of it may be underneath your mini fridge and then would go through there. But it's a great touch. Whatever you want to do, whatever your preference is, it still looks amazing. Here's an example of what Underglow looks like underneath kitchen cabinets in a kitchen. We chose not to put it underneath the oven so we can regularly pull it out and clean it. We did put it underneath the dishwasher. I'll show you down below. There's a little shroud that we can take off. We had to put most of them, we had to put sideways, but you don't notice a difference at all. It looks exactly like it'd be shining straight down on the floor because they're so bright. And I think that clear silicone really helps put off the LEDs lights off the side of the strips as well. Here's an example of around the corner. We just bent it. I wouldn't say a true 90, but pretty close. Works completely fine. And here's a little bit of cable management right up here. Here's a good example of where the strips overlap a little bit. Overlap right there just a tiny bit, but you don't even notice. It's perfect. Then as we come around here, we just ran the cable underneath the oven. And right over here, this is the only cabinet where technically the strips are 100% properly installed. Technically properly installed would be directly right above, so that the LED is shining directly on the ground, straight down to the floor. But I don't notice a difference. I don't think anybody can notice a difference. It's on a demo mode now. There's over 200 color chase modes. There's a bright white, there's a warm white. You can dim them, all from the Magic LED app. Super simple on your phone. Just go ahead right now to underglowlighting.com. Go purchase you a kit. They're about $300. We did all this with less than one kit. I want to say we used a front strip, a side strip, a second side strip, and a rear strip right here. So we didn't even use the entire kit. We've got extra for replacements, and it just looks amazing. Underglow in a kitchen is you definitely need to do it. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. As you can see, it's actually really simple to install your underglow strips in your house. It may be more simple than installing it on your actual vehicle. But go to underglowlighting.com right now and purchase your strips. And you'll be amazed. You'll really love it. Our family loves it in our kitchen, and they're pretty simple to install. Thanks for watching. And you can go follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all at Underglow Lighting. Also Facebook. Thanks for watching.